Hello everyone, and welcome to How to Crush the Futures and Forex Market, the basics. In this video, we're going to go over the basic anatomy of a chart. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so this is a picture of a typical Forex chart that you'll see in Pro Realtime, which is the charting service that we use. So let's look at these bars and let's go over what they mean. Let's look at this particular bar right here. The high of the bar is the high of the day, or the highest price that the market went for this particular instrument during this particular day. The low of the bar is the lowest the price traded at on this particular day. Do you see this little appendage to the left of it right here? That little appendage means that's a price that the market opened at. This little appendage to the right, that is a price that the market closed at. So let's look at another bar. Looking at this latest one, the high of this bar is the highest price that the market traded at this particular day. The low of the bar is the lowest price that the market traded at on this day. That little appendage to the left, that's the opening of the market, and the appendage to the right, that is the closing price of the market. So now you know what that means. Now as you can see, I have 4 sets of lines. And I'll go over each and every one of them. But the first thing we're going to need to learn is what a 3-bar significant high is and a 3-bar significant low. Do you see this particular bar? Do you see how we have 1, 2, 3, many actually, to the left, where the highs of the day are lower than the high of this particular day? And then we have a bar to the right where the high of that day is lower than the bar of this day? Well, that would make this a 3-bar high because we have 3 days to the left and 1 to the right. We can have many, but we need to have at least 3. And we can have many, but we need to have at least 1 to the right. So 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Makes this a 3-bar high. We also use the words the significant high, or 3-bar significant high, or 3-bar high. We're going to use all those interchangeably. So if you hear us say or use all of them, know that they all mean the same thing. Now on this particular day, do you see how it's the inverse of it? We have 1, 2, 3, many actually, but at least 3 days where the lows of the day are higher than the lows of this day, and we have at least 1 day to the right where the low of this day is higher than the low of this day. So we have at least 3 to the left and at least 1 to the right where the lows of the day is higher than the low of this particular day. That would be a 3-bar low, 3-bar significant low. Now do you see how I connected these 2 lines? I did that because on this particular day, you can see that we have at least 1, 2, 3 days to the left, and then at least 1 to the right, where the highs of the day are lower than this particular high. This would make it another 3-bar significant high. So we have higher 3-bar highs. And on this particular day right here, we have at least 3 days to the left where the lows of the day are higher than the low of this particular day, and the low of this day to the right is higher than the low of that day. That would make it a 3-bar low, or a 3-bar significant low, or just a significant low. So as you can see, I connected the 3-bar lows here. So do you see how they're going in an upward channel? We're making higher 3-bar highs, higher 3-bar lows. That would be the classical definition that we use at Wealthboner for a bull market. Now let's go over a bear market. Do you see on this particular day we have 1, 2, 3 to the left where the highs of the day are lower than the highs of this particular day, and then the low of this day is higher than the low of that day. So we have 3 to the left, 1 to the right, and a significant 3-bar high again where we have 3 days to the left, 1 to the right, where the lows or the highs of the day are lower than this particular one. I know it doesn't look at it, but I checked the prices. The high of this particular day, it's being covered up by the line. It's actually higher than this one. And then, do you see how these are 3-bar lows? Because we have at least 3 to the left, 1 to the right for this bar. 3 to the left, at least 1 to the right for that bar. So we're making lower 3-bar lows, lower 3-bar highs and lower 3-bar lows. So that would make this a bear market. Now we have 2 other types of markets, and both of these markets would be what we call neutral markets. The first one is what we call a pennant. So we have a 3-bar high and another 3-bar high. So we're making lower 3-bar highs. And then we're making higher 3-bar lows. So lower 3-bar highs, higher 3-bar lows. This is called a neutral or pennant market. A pennant market. And the opposite of that would be when we're making higher 3-bar highs and lower 3-bar lows. This would be a neutral megaphone market. So in review, we went over the anatomy of a bar chart. We had the high, the low of the bar, the open, the close. We went over what a 3-bar significant high is, a 3-bar significant low is. We gave you the definition of a bull market, which is higher 3-bar highs, higher 3-bar lows. A bear market, which is lower 3-bar highs, lower 3-bar lows. A neutral pennant market, which is lower 3-bar highs, higher 3-bar lows. And a neutral megaphone market, which is higher 3-bar highs and lower 3-bar lows. So that's it for this video. See you on the next one. Thanks.